The meaning of dreams has puzzled humankind since antiquity. Everyone dreams, regardless of whether or not dreams are recalled upon awakening. The overwhelming majority of dreams deal metaphorically with issues, events, and people in the life of the dreamer, and every element in a dream has significance to the dreamer. Some dreams are paranormal, involving clairvoyance, precognition, and telepathy between two or more people. Others are interpreted as past life content. A still different type is a lucid dream, in which the dreamer is aware of the dream and in some cases can direct its outcome. In ancient times, dreams were seen as supernatural events, bearing prophecies, predictions, divinations, and messages from the gods. All primitive religions, including those of the present, view dreams as a way for spirits to speak to human beings. One of the earliest extant works on dreams, concepts, and interpretations is the Chester Beatty Papyrus of Egypt, which dates to 2000 BC. It discusses good and bad dreams, dream associations, and plays on words and the concept of contraries. That is, to dream of one thing is to realize the opposite in real life. Dream interpretation also was important to the ancient Babylonians and Greeks, although Aristotle dismissed gods as the sources of dreams. The Greeks attempted to incubate healing dreams by spending a ritual night in the temple of Aesculapius, the god of healing. The right dream meant a cure. In the 2nd century, the Roman Artemidorus of Ephesus developed the most comprehensive system of dream interpretation until the time of Sigmund Freud. Artemidorus believed that dreams were continuations of the activities of the day and were influenced by the dreamer's sex, age, occupation, and station in life. The Old and New Testaments make numerous references to the interpretations of dreams. The early Hebrews used dream interpretation to influence behavior and thought. The importance of dreams and their meanings was prominent in the writings of the Church Fathers, including St. Augustine, up to the time of Thomas Aquinas, who, following the lead of Aristotle, decided to ignore dreams. Early Christianity reinforced the belief in the divinatory power of dreams, especially the significance of vivid and repetitive dreams. The ancient Greek custom of dream incubation was for a time kept alive in the practice of nocturnal vigils at the shrines of the Christian saints. But during the Middle Ages, the Church, in establishing itself as the ultimate authority, taught that dreams should be ignored. The Reformation of the 16th century heralded the end of widespread belief in miracles and supernatural events, though dreams still retained their importance. At the popular level, dream interpretation continued to be an important service offered by wizards and astrologers, and was the subject of magical formulae in various handbooks. Dream dictionaries, based largely on the work of Artemidorus, proliferated. Before the late 19th century, psychological explanations were not given to dreams. Psychiatrist Sigmund Freud, in his pioneering work, The Interpretation of Dreams, considered dreams the royal road to the unconscious and believed they were wishful fulfillments of repressed infantile desires. Events during the day, which Freud called day residues, triggered nocturnal releases of these repressed elements in the form of dreams. To interpret dreams, Freud used free association, in which the dreamer says whatever comes to mind in relation to the various elements in a dream. Because of the sexual nature of Freud's psychology, dream elements invariably were seen as phallic or vaginal symbols. Psychiatrist Carl Jung considered dreams the expression of contents of the personal unconscious and the collective unconsciousness. He said the purpose of dreams is compensatory, to provide information about the self, achieve psychic equilibrium, and offer guidance. Jung believed that dream symbols from the collective unconsciousness have universal or archetypal meanings, but those from the personal unconscious do not, and take on a meaning from the individual's experiences, beliefs, and cultural, racial, ethnic, and religious heritage. Only the dreamer, not an outsider, can interpret a dream's true meaning. Jung considered dream interpretation of utmost importance to the process of individuation, or becoming whole. Dream symbols are the raw language of the unconscious, brought to the attentions of the conscious without censor. Dreams tell us the frank state of our inner lives, showing us where we are in terms of the individuation and showing us what needs to be dealt with consciously. For example, Symbols of the shadow, the repressed aspects of the self, often appear in dreams to demand our attention. According to Jung, our psyche seeks to have a dialogue with us and brings us information in 3 successive ways. First, psychically, as in dreams. Second, through fate, such as accidents, illness, and so on. And third, through physical disorder and illness. To ignore our dreams is to court more drastic events. Since Freud and Jung, other theories have been put forward on the nature, function, and meaning of dreams. For the most part, however, they are elaborations on the work of these 2 giants. In the early 1950s, it was discovered in research at the University of Chicago that dreams occurred during the rapid eye movement, or REM, stages of sleep. Typical 7-hour periods of sleep by healthy adults are divided into 60 to 90-minute cycles, of which it has a REM period during which dreams occur. Each dream period is longer than the previous one. They range from 5 to 10 minutes for the initial one, which occurs about 90 minutes after the onset of sleep, to up to 40 minutes for the final period of awakening. REM sleep has been found to be crucial to the process of learning new skills. Infants spend most of their sleep in cycles associated with dreaming. Animals also appear to dream. Robert W. McCarley and J. Allen Hobson, psychiatrists at Harvard Medical School, have theorized that dreams are born in the brainstem when neurons using the chemical acetylcholine fire bursts of electrical signals to the cortex where higher thought and vision originate. The cortex attempts to make sense of the signals by rearranging them, along with real memories, into a story, which accounts in part for the bizarre nature of most dreams. Dreams usually occur in color and seldom with smells or tastes. The reason for the lack of the latter may be due to the fact that only visual neurons fire during REM. Most people are likely to remember the last dream prior to awakening. However, lab studies have shown that if dreamers are awakened during earlier dream periods, they will recall those dreams as well. Unless written down, however, the details of most dreams fade within 5 to 10 minutes. Dreams have provided inspiration since time immemorial. Solutions to problems, ideas for inventions, and artistic expressions have found their way to the conscious mind through dreams. For example, artist and poet William Blake found dreams to be a continuous source of inspiration in artistic subjects, as did Salvador Dali and other artists of the surrealistic schools. The idea for Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde came to the author Robert Louis Stevenson in a dream, and inventor Elias Howe conceived of the sewing machine from a dream. There is some evidence that dreams are harbingers or barometers of health problems. Jung noted that when some patients dreamed of destruction or injury to horses, an archetypal symbol of the animal life within the human body, these subsequently were shown to be in the early stages of serious illness, such as cancer. A 1987 study by Robert Smith of Michigan State University showed that cardiac patients who dreamed of destruction, mutilation, and death had worse heart disease than those who did not. The dreams worsened, as did the condition, despite the fact that patients did not know the severity of their disease. Dreams also sometimes serve as a way to prepare an individual for death. Terminally ill patients sometimes have transitional dreams, such as entering beautiful gardens, crossing bridges, or walking through doorways, which occur shortly before death and which often bring peace of mind. Dreams universally have been seen as sometimes having prophetic content. Seeing into the future through dreams customarily has been the province of priest, shaman, or diviner. Various folklore techniques also exist for inducing precognitive dreams, though most are of dubious value. Precognitive dreams may occur once or twice during an individual's life, or not at all. Some people, especially those who exhibit other psychic talents, seem to have frequent precognitive dreams. Precognitive dreams, which the dreamer eventually learns to discern from ordinary dreams, may be accomplished by certain symbols or emotions. Some dreams appear to be spontaneously telepathic. Freud observed that sleep creates favorable conditions for telepathy and referred often to the dream telepathy in his clinical work with patients. Dream telepathy has been of interest to psychical researchers and parapsychologists since the late 19th century. The founders of the Society for Psychical Research in London collected 149 dream telepathy cases in their study of spontaneous paranormal experiences, published as Phantasms of the Living in 1886. More than half of the dream cases involved death, and most of the remainder concerned of crises or distress. The first known experimental effort to induce telepathic dreams was conducted during the same time period by an Italian psychical researcher, G.B. Amarcora. He used a medium whose control spirit allegedly sent telepathic dreams to the medium's 4-year-old cousin. Various other dream studies have been conducted in the 20th century, some by the SPR and the American Society for Psychical Research, as well as others. There are about half a dozen scientific demonstrations of telepathy in dreams, the most famous of which was research conducted from 1962 to 74 by Montague Ullman, Stanley Krippner, and others at the Dream Laboratory of the Maimonides Medical Center in Brooklyn, New York. When subjects were in REM stages, a person in another room attempted to telepathically transmit a target art image, usually depicting people in archetypal in character. The subjects were then awakened and asked to describe their dreams. The next day, they were shown several possible targets and asked to rank them in terms of matching the content and emotions of their dreams. In some cases, the dream correspondences would occur 1 or 2 days after the target had been transmitted. Overall, the correlation of dream images to target images was significantly above chance. The rapport between agent and subject was an important factor in success. Characteristics that initiated an ESP influence included unusual vividness, colors, and detail in a somewhat puzzling nature to the dreamer. Studies of ESP experiences in general show that dreams are involved in 33% to 68% of all cases. In telepathic cases, dreams are involved in 25%, and in precognitive cases, dreams are involved in approximately 60%. About 10% of ESP experiences occur when an individual is at the borders of sleep. Individuals who undergo ESP tests in laboratories sometimes have precognitive dreams about the elements in the tests. In a lucid dream, the dreamer is aware of the fact that he or she is dreaming. Lucid dreams occur during REM stages. Nearly everyone has at least one lucid dream, and very few people dream lucidly often. Aristotle, in the 4th century BC, mentioned the existence of lucid dreaming. The earliest extant written account of a lucid dream in Western history is contained in a letter written in 415 by St. Augustine, who described the lucid dream of a Carthaginian physician, Gennadius. Lucid dreams have been ignored by many dream researchers or dismissed as impossible. Some researchers, however, feel lucid dreams hold great potential as creativity and healing tools. There are varying degrees of lucidity in dreams. At the lowest level, one awakes from a dream and realizes it was a dream, not reality. At the highest level, one is aware of the dream as it takes place and can influence its course and outcome. The form taken by a lucid dream seems to mirror the dreamer's mental state. The initiation of awareness of dreaming can be triggered by various factors such as the stress of a nightmare, incongruous elements, or a spontaneous recognition that the reality is different from waking reality. Generally, lucid dreams are characterized by light, sometimes very bright, intense emotions, heightened colors and images, flying or levitation, and a sense of liberation or exhilaration. Some are almost mystical in nature. Sex plays a prominent role in lucid dreams, especially for women. Interest in lucid dream research was piqued in the late 1960s by the now classic study by British researcher Celia E. Green. Subsequent work in the 1970s and 1980s by British parapsychologist Keith Hearn and the American researchers Anne Faraday, Patricia Garfield, and Stephen LaBerge, among others, sustained this interest. Lucid dream studies, however, have been inconsistent. Some have demonstrated that, with practice, using autosuggestion and other techniques, individuals can cause themselves to dream lucidly or exert greater control over their lucid dreams, such as dreaming about certain topics. The art of controlling dreams certainly is not new. The earliest recorded mention of lucid dreaming as a learnable skill dates to the 18th century Tibetan yoga practices. Philosopher P.D. Uspiensky taught himself how to enter lucid dreams from a waking state. He called them half-dream states. The applicability of lucid dreams is controversial. Advocates believe that controlled lucid dreaming can be applied to creativity, problem-solving, relationships, health, and the riddance of nightmares. It is estimated that 10% of the population may be able to learn to dream and control with some proficiency. Such individuals typically are at peace with their lives.